Hello, welcome back. Gonna be making another tutorial today of how to make Minecraft block shuffle, which is in Java edition. Doesn't work for Bedrock, but I've seen multiple Bedrock videos. So yeah, I already have it made here because it's a lot of command blocks, but most of it's just copy and paste. So all right, so I'm gonna start with the build. So we're gonna want these exact positions for the command blocks because the commands are a little something like this. So it takes this the block this is on -2, so 1 2, which is right here. So you gotta have it in these exact positions. So got 2 chain command blocks are repeating and impulse on top of a stone block, just like that. So and then we're gonna have zombies or whatever, any mob of your choice. On Bedrock, you can use armor stands. You might be able to on Java, but I just found this easier. What you're going to want to do is, in here, there's going to be 10, well, however many zombies you want. So, each chain, like each of these command blocks in a line here, like this, is 1 block. So, I can make this like sand or grass or leaves or anything I want. And this is going to be that block, and it's going to choose randomly from the blocks you have. So I have them all set to grass right now, so if I click the start button, it'll go off when I do grass. But what you're going to want to do is set them up in the exact positions, and over every stone block, there's going to be a block in the middle, and then a entity, any entity you want. And then if it's a hostile creature that burns in the daylight, you're going to want to block above them. So now that you have that, you're going to want to go over to here. These positions don't really matter as long as they're connected. I connected them with redstone just because why not? But you're going to want to be able to click one button and it'll activate every single one of them. These positions don't matter, but anything with the sign that says 2 on it is for 2 players. So up here, this is a 2-player line, and these 2 are 2 players, and those 10 are 2 players. But you're gonna want a block with 2 command blocks for 1 player and 4 command blocks for 2 players. And then you're gonna want 10 repeatings over on this side or wherever you want them. It honestly doesn't matter. This is just the countdown. And yeah, that's it. So first thing you're gonna want to do is make this enclosure. So once you built something like this, doesn't matter as long as they're separated and they can only stand on this one block that they're on. You're gonna want to get a name tag. Any name tag at all. And just name it whatever you want. So mine are named A, and then I also have some named D. So simple letters. These ones are named A, and then this one is named D, which is the second player. So the first player, the player 1s are going to be A, and then player 2s are going to be whatever you want. So you just got to make sure they're different names. Sorry guys, I'm probably going to edit this in the beginning, but before you do anything, you're going to want to do scoreboard players, or scoreboard objectives, add time. And if you have 2 players, you're going to do this command, plus another one that's going to be time 2 or whatever. Yeah, time 2. Sorry guys, this is me from the future. I totally forgot to mention this, but it's what you're going to want to do in the beginning is tag and then first person's name and whatever tag you want. Mine is or add, and then whatever name you want. Mine is P. And then for the second player, it's going to be something different than the first one. I'm going to start with the start commands. So once you built all this, which I would recommend doing first, but you can do whatever you want. Your first start command is going to be execute at E, sort equals random, limit equals 1, and then the name equals whatever you named it with the name tag. And this is going to be the player 1's name tags. So, and then you're going to go run, set block, tilde, tilde, -2, tilde, and then a redstone block. So that's going to set a random one of these to redstone, and it's going to activate it so that somebody has to stand on that block, the block of whatever command it is. Okay, so the second command block is going to be set block, and then it's going to be the coordinates of this block right here, and mine were that, so set block and then redstone block, so it timer. And you want to make sure that every purple block is not always active. It always needs redstone, and all green blocks need are always active. So the third and last command block is going to be the same thing as the first one, except the name is going to be whatever you named your second row of zombie or entities. So mine is named D, and that's going to be player number 2's blocks. So yeah, and you can add however many of these you want. I only added 10 just for, you know, whatever. But yeah, so one more of these is one more block. So if you want to do a whole freaking 150, you can go ahead. It's just a lot of work for 100, that much. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is the end command blocks, which is going to be 7 command blocks. The first one, they can be in any order you want, but this is the order I did them. So the first one is going to be set block, and then your block over here to whatever block you want except a redstone block or redstone torch. Yeah. The next one is going to be fill, and then first coordinates starting here, second coordinates over here, with whatever block you want other than redstone, like that. And then same thing, fill, except starting here, and then here, with whatever block you want except redstone, again. And then you're gonna do scoreboard players set time 0. So on to the next one. These are gonna be 2 player blocks. Or like, yeah. So this one is gonna be fill. It's gonna be the same thing as this. Oh, sorry. Same thing as this one, except the coordinates from wherever you have it started to wherever you have it ended. So it's gonna be just like this, except with your second player. So for mine, if I had 10, it would be all the way from here to here. Then those would be your 2 coordinates, that block and that block. And then the next one is also going to be the same thing, except for right here. So again, first coordinate is right here, and then the second coordinate would be right here for 10. And then the last command block would be the same as this one, except time 2 and not time 1. So I forgot if I showed you guys this, but it's going to be scoreboard players add time 1. That's going to be that. And then this is going to be execute if score time matches 6,000, run, kill, and then the first person. And then for the second person, it's going to be just like that. And then my Jeff, and same thing, except it's going to be time 2. Alright, so now we're going to do the time, like the countdown command blocks, which Pretty easy. And what they're gonna do is they're gonna count down. After 5 minutes, it's gonna count down 10 seconds, like 10 seconds left, 9 seconds left. Because after 5 minutes, the game will end. It will kill the person that did not find their block. Although, but if you find your block, the timer resets. So these ones are pretty simple. They're almost the same thing as the death swap, except it's a little bit different. It's going to be execute as at a tag equals p, which is your tag that you made for yourself. If score time matches, and then for 5 seconds, or for 10 seconds left, it's going to be 5,820. Run set 10 seconds left. So if you didn't know, every 20 ticks is 1 second. So at 5,980, there's 1 second left. And so pretty much it's going to be the same thing all around, except you're going to subtract 20 from the number you had before and add 1 second left. So all throughout there. Now this second row is only two player only, and it's going to be, sorry, I didn't add any commands here, but it's going to be the same thing as this. I'm going to copy it, paste it, except it's going to be time 2 or whatever you named your second objective. All the way through, just like the first one. This is going to be the most important part. This is the actual game and what it's, that was all starting it and blah, blah, blah. But now we're actually going to make the game. So we're going to start with these impulse command blocks, which are impulse, unconditional, and needs redstone. And they're going to be 2 blocks below and to the left or right. It doesn't matter. But you're going to want to make sure that the repeating and chain are next to these ones. So if you put the impulse over here instead, you would need to put these on the other side with the 2. So this one is just gonna tell you what block you have to stand on. So for instance, grass block, it's gonna be execute if entity, and then at a tag equals p, or whatever you name, or whatever tag you gave yourself. Run say, and then stand on a blank block or minus grass block. So it's going to be the same thing all through here, except different blocks all through there. And then you're going to want to remember the blocks because you're going to need to know the block later on. So the repeating line, or the repeating command blocks, is going to be set block tilde tilde tilde, but you're going to add a 3 next to one of the tildes, whether next to one of these 2 tildes, whether you went like this way or this way with these command blocks. So if you click F3, you'll see your coordinates. And you're gonna go 1, 2, hold on. You're gonna go 1, 2, 3. This. And if you look at the block in the corner there under your coordinates, it'll show you that the X coordinate is changing. So if you see it added from here, it's gonna add 3. So it's gonna go from negative 65, negative 64, negative 63. If it adds 3, then you're going to go 3 next to the X. If it adds 3 onto the X, if it adds 3 onto here, or onto the Z, it's going to do plus, or you're going to do 3. If it's subtracting 3, then you're going to go minus 3, whatever. And it's just going to be this all the way down. Same thing, same exact command. So your next command block here is pretty simple again. So it's going to be a stop block, tilde 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 stone, except you're going to do a -2 on X or Z. It depends. So again, look, this block right here is, you do /set block, you can see set block. It's 66, 74, 209. Negative 66, 74, 209. This block is 68, 74, 209. So pretty much it's subtracting 2. So you're gonna subtracting 2 from the x coordinate. So you put that next. This is x, this is y, and this is z. So you're gonna put -2 next to x. Same command all the way down. So now you're pretty much halfway done, and it's actually, I forgot to say this, but it's gonna be the same thing for player 2, except this impulse command block is gonna be the tag of the second player. So if the second player's tag is Y, it's gonna be tag Y. But these are the exact same. So now we're gonna go on to these impulse command blocks, which are gonna be in this exact position. It doesn't matter which way they're facing, but they have to be on top of a stone block or just on top of no block at all. It doesn't matter. With the repeating down into the right or the left, down into the left or the right, it doesn't matter. But you want to make sure it doesn't collide with other command blocks with these two chains. So this one is going to be pretty simple. What it's going to do is every time you find and stand on your block, it's going to set the timer to 0. So you have another 5 minutes to find that block. You can change the time to whatever you want in these and in this command block, which will, sorry, I meant this command block. You can change it right there. So all you have to do is, if you want to change it, oh, sorry, actually that should be 6,000. Okay, 6,000 is 5 minutes. I accidentally did 5,000. So, anyways, yeah, so that's how you change it. So that's the command all the way down, same thing. Okay, this one is gonna tell everybody that you found the block, like that you stood on your block, so everybody knows. So it's gonna be execute as at A at S if block tilde tilde -1 tilde, and then whatever block you like. So mine is gonna be grass block, just for example. Run say at A at S has found their block. And that's going to pretty much whenever I stand on this block, it's going to say, I found my grass block. Alright, so now on to the first green. And you got to make sure that this one is first. This command is the first one, and then the second command is the second one. This one's going to be set block, tilde, -2, tilde tilde, stone. But if it is this way, so if you have it on this side, it's going to be 2, not -2. And if you have it this way, it's going to, like, if you have it this way, facing south, or facing south, is going to be a +2 or -2 on the z coordinate instead, depending on, whatever. Alright, now for the last command block, finally, it's going to be the command block that is going to give you another block that you need to stand on. This command block is going to be execute at E, sort equals random, limit equals 1, type equals zombie, name equals whatever you named it, whatever you named players 1's name, run, set block, tilde, tilde -2, tilde, Minecraft redstone block. And that's pretty much it, except for up here, it's going to be a little bit different. It's actually going to be, in the impulse, it's going to be time 2 instead of time. And I didn't put a command in this first one, but it's going to be the same thing. The same, yeah, it's going to be the same thing here. And this is going to be the same thing. And this one is going to be name equals whatever you named the second player's zombies or entities, which mine is Y. So, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll test it for you guys here. So if I go start, it's gonna give, oops, sorry. It's gonna stand on I didn't add a name yet because I didn't know what it wanted to, but pretty much this is a grass block. It should replace the block as stone. That so it should be like this, but this one should be redstone. One of these should be redstone, and these should all be stone, so don't worry. It's supposed to be like that. And it's gonna wait for you to stand on one of the blocks, and if you don't, I'm gonna speed it up. Board players that time. I'm gonna set it to 5,000. So now in a few seconds it'll kill me if I don't stand on my block. And you can actually check here in the output what time it is at. So 5,152 and 8. So I'm gonna wait for that to run out, and it should kill me. All right, there it is. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1, and it killed me. And actually, I messed this up. But it won't be messed up for you guys if you actually do the math. I just quickly did it, quickly typed it in. So one thing you're not gonna want to do is set them all to the same block, because if you see what I did, set them all to the same block, so it just goes back and forth in between them. But yeah, so when you stand on this, it should reset the time. Yeah. If you have any questions or it didn't work for you, tell me down in the comments. If it did work, if you could leave a like, that would be great. And yeah, I probably see you guys in the next video.